was, that place where, you go live your life. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Black men are attractive. Black men go there to live their life. You can go pull a nigga in the grocery store. That was something. Atlanta was very started that.
Because I know a lot of gay guys that come from I know one who came from South Carolina and all that, and it was just this was like the opportunity land in his mind, coming from where he came from. And how do you feel about that? You didn't have to struggle to live your life. You were able to live your life freely. You didn't have to go to another state to live your life. You really was able to say, okay, cool, I get to be me.
Very fortunate. At that moment when I questioned myself that and looked in the mirror with that, that's how I knew I was supposed to be gay.
Really?
Yeah. It was like you were given this opportunity and you were given this lifestyle. You were given this story for a reason.
So I don't want to ask you about your coming out. I know about it. You can talk about that some episodes down the road. But what age did you really truly know you were gay?
I remember I had a dream. This is gonna be really weird, but I had a dream maybe when I was 7 or 8.
Really? It was that young?
You know what I had a dream of? I had a dream. We were in the me and Dad used to watch that show.
Nip and Tuck?
I mean, Here Comes the Family.
Oh, Married with Children?
Yes, we used to watch that all the time. You know the living room?
Yep.
I had a dream I was in that living room. And then those stairs?
Yep, going up.
Yeah, it was a white, Fabian, that old model? It was him, and he was half horse. And he came down the stairs.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. I remember this dream so vividly. He came down the stairs, and I remember looking at him and saying, God, he is so attractive. And I remember waking up saying, I shouldn't feel that way.
Really?
Now, listen to this.
Holy shit.
Flip the shit around, though. That was around, now... I was born in 89. I said I was around 6 or 7, right? Mm-hmm. So in the 90s, back in the day, Real World was in Miami.
He loved Real World.
Right.
He loved Real World. He loved MTV, period.
Let me tell you why I love...
These babies are MTV motherfucking babies.
Yes.
Bro, he loved that shit.
Listen to this, though. Check this out. I remember this very vividly, and I have never said this. I think about this often, too, but I never have said this out loud to anybody. So after I had this dream, we lived in a very free spirit home. However, it was strict.
Yeah.
We could do shit that average people couldn't do, but the petty shit that everybody else could do, we couldn't do. We couldn't grow our hair out.
Fancy haircuts. The only thing we can get is a fucking part in our head.
Yeah.
That was it.
Couldn't go spend the night at friend's house like everybody else.
Nope. Couldn't walk home.
Couldn't go ride with nobody. So we were given cars early on, but it was just because our parents didn't want us to ride with nobody else.
Yeah.
So that was that. So I had this dream. This is in the 90s. I don't know what year it is. Fact check me. But it was the Miami series. If it wasn't Key West, it was Key West. No.
90s.
Okay.
It was Key West, right. It was Key West or Miami, one of the two. And they were doing HIV tests. Remember that Cuban dude who had got that? They were in the trailer, and he found out he was HIV positive. You remember that? And it was a big thing. And then it sparked controversy with gays.
He was being a hoe when he got there.
He was. Yeah, he was. So it brought a whole controversial thing with the gays, because they used to have news breaks in MTV. And I remember they were talking about that. Yeah. So I remember listening to people talk about the gays, and it just made it seem like it was cancer. Like if you were gay, you were gonna get HIV and you were gonna die. There was point blank period. So I remember being like, God damn, bro, what the fuck are you gonna do? Because you I was going through it. I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck you gonna do?
I was really trying to figure this out. What are you gonna do? Bro.
That has to be scary though.
It was.
He had to be 10 or 7. He had to be 10 or 7.
6 or 7. I said that. That's why I said that. Yeah.
Be 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was I remember being really young.
What the hell you gonna do with your life?
That's funny as shit.
So I remember thinking that, and then I remember thinking, well, shit, what the fuck mom and daddy gonna say? Cause how we gonna this? I knew it wasn't right, but I knew I couldn't help it. It was just this is just what it is.
That brings up another time, because I've always told people that it's in you. Most times you're born with it. But how do you think you hid it? Do you think he was ever hot, or you think we didn't know?
I don't think I hit it at all.
Yeah, because we knew.
I know. I didn't never think I did.
We just wanted you to tell us.
But I didn't know. I wasn't certain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, it went through phases. So that happened. Then shortly after, in the 2000s, Karamo Brown hit the market.
Who?
Y'all know Karamo Brown? He was on, was it Real World or was he on Project Runway? I think Karamo was on Real World. Please fact check me. I think it was on the Real World.
Kwame Brown?
Kwame Brown.
Not Kwame.
Kwame.
Was that the judge?
I think it's K-A-M-E-R-O.
Was that the judge on America's Next Top Model?
No.
It is Kwame.
What was he on?
It is Kwame.
Because Kwame Brown Kwame Brown's a basketball player.
It's Karamo.
Kwame Brown's a basketball player.
This is Karamo Brown.
It's Karamo. So
I follow him. Anyways, while we look that up, he came onto the market. I want to say it was MTV. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyways, he came onto the scene. Was it Seattle Real World? It was
actor, beginning career, 2004 MTV reality show, The Real World, Philadelphia.
Okay. So he came on the scene. He was
First
like one of
gay black man cast on. I remember him.
You just took the words out of my mouth.
Okay.
He was the first black guy that was gay on TV. Reality TV, that is. And I thought he was I could not watch him without getting hard. I swear to God.
You was attracted to him, or you was like attracted to him, or he was free?
Well,
and it
now
was like opportunity.
I'm attracted to him, like, because he's a very handsome man. But it was all of it. It was like, damn,
wow,
this dude is black. He's kind of like me, and he's handsome. And God, like, okay, because at first when that episode, this is what I left out. When I saw that episode, when the Cuban dude found out he was HIV positive and whatnot, I remember being like, I think I'm just attracted to men. Like, I couldn't kiss a man. I couldn't be with a man. Like, that is crazy to me. I felt that way for a long time until I got into a relationship.
Really?
Yeah, it was just a sexual thing for me, which is why I could never come out, because I just thought it was going to be strictly like, I just
like that.
I just like doing this. You know? And then I caught feelings, and my feelings with the guy was a lot deeper than it was with the woman, with like my previous girlfriends. It was like, damn, I really got a friend and a lover all in once. Like, I feel like there's a window with women.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I feel like there's a wall with women. Like, I can't relate to you. But a dude can relate to me in all aspects.
Stay over there and let me work on this wall.
Well, you ain't doing too much work based upon our last podcast.
We're gonna work on it.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get you something going. some kind of cat going. Anyways, so that happened. Karamo Brown happened. That was confirmation. And then after Karamo Brown was Brian McKnight, rest his soul. He was the one on Project Runway.
Brian McKnight.
Not that song.
I'm about to say the singer.
I'm sorry. It was not McKnight. It's Brian Knight, I believe. He passed away about 4 years ago. Okay. But he was on Project Runway. Look up Project Runway. And I admired him because his dad, I think, disowned him. And he came out, and then he also was into fashion. And it was like the first guy I saw that was like owning up his, I guess, artistic creative side. And I was just like, damn, like, okay, now it's another one of us out here. So that's when it was just like, okay, cool. At least you ain't gonna go to hell by yourself, because everybody say you go to hell when you're gay. So at least you know them two's gonna be down there with you. But I still adore Karamo. I would love to meet him. He has a beautiful family. He married. Now, he did marry a director.
A woman?
No, a dude.
Oh, he's still gay.
A white man. And they recently got a divorce, and I thought it was a good chance. I thought I was gonna like go viral and come across his desk, but it didn't happen.
He found somebody else.
He got another white one. So I'm like, okay, clearly I'm not his type. But thank you for getting me where I am. If y'all ever want a spicy night, let me know. And yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I've actually learned a lot. I didn't know that. I like to hear that. I like to hear kind of how y'all interact, how y'all talk, how y'all think.
But you know I'm hot. Like, I'm hot to like all of your little friends. A lot of your little gay friends hit me up on the side.
Okay.
Your friends want to do your brother.
I don't know them niggas like that.
Well, just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
I don't care.
I'm just letting you know.
You feel like what do y'all call it now? Y'all lions, not cougars?
No.
What are y'all? Do y'all have that? Do y'all have that?
Daddies.
That's lame. If women got cougars, y'all gotta be daddies.
Fox?
That's lame.
What do we
Because
have?
I feel like all of us, they be like that girl call us daddy. Like, what
Yeah, we do, but that's lame as fuck for them.
Do y'all know what a bear
Daddy.
is?
Oh, isn't it like a hairy person?
A hairy guy.
Yeah, dude.
So they're like they're just hairy.
You know what a chub is,
Fat.
or a cub?
Fat?
He would, yeah. He's a cub.
He's a cub.
So it's chubby, just chubby. A bear is big and hairy. A cub is chubby and hairy. Then they have
I
an
was going to
otter.
say something small because the cub like
yeah.
a baby.
Yeah, that's
no,
what I
no.
was thinking too.
So then they have an otter, and the otter is.
Are you fucking serious? Y'all using all these fucking
I'm for
animals?
real. And the otter is like a
And
slimmer.
you won't use a fucking lion?
Well, hell, we use a goddamn.
You got otter, bears, cubs, but you won't use a
Lion,
fucking lion?
right.
Alright, that's my lion
so
right there.
random, so
What type of
random.
shit
An
is that?
otter, yeah, we got an otter, and those are like skinny guys that are hairy.
Y'all
like
got whales
skinny
too?
guys. And well, yeah, we do have them, but they don't call them that.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck?
So yeah, there's layers to this shit. There's layers to this, but you know now the new fad is transgender men. Like they are getting all of the gay men. Y'all laugh at these gay dudes. These gay dudes get some good ass pussy that ain't been beat up because there's so many trans men that like gay men and they be wanting it both ways. So just let y'all. And by the way, shout out to the Butch Queens because I don't want to get jumped. Let me say something. These Butch Queens might be pretty. Usually, them the ones that beat your ass the worst. So don't
now
ever
listen, I
fuck
always
with
have
a
believed
Butch
that
Queen.
when dudes be like, I
don't
beat
fuck
his
with
ass.
bitch queens.
I'm like, bro, you know he's still a man.
Yeah.
You know he's still a man, and he gonna
Them
take
ones
his
with them
goddamn earrings off
lashes and that
beat your
makeup
ass like.
and them nails, them
Yeah.
motherfuckers be they because they're prepared for that shit. So I'm just saying, yeah, I was saying talking shit about them, and describing them, but don't let that shit fool you. They are not sissies.
I heard they don't be playing. They don't be playing.
I think at the end of the day, in this conversation, for me, I think it helps for people to know to not be so judgmental in the terms that you use.
Yeah.
When you're talking about people, don't be so judgmental when you hear people talking in the lingo that they use it. Just because you don't understand it and it's not a part and it doesn't serve you, doesn't mean you get to just point a finger and be like, oh, this person.
But you know what? I'm glad you said that because even on my aspect, let me speak to the gays. Quit letting these motherfuckers in the public eye get to you. So what? We don't go around calling each other faggots. We don't go around calling each other sissies unless it's a messy ass individual. And as long as you're not a messy individual, who gives a fuck what rapper calls you a faggot or who they refer to or what rapper is using sexuality to play with other people and to sell themselves and market themselves.
To my Lil Nas X.
Ooh. So
I
all
don't
I got
think
to
he's
say
gay,
is all I got to say is there has to be some sense of understanding that being gay has been accepted. And unfortunately, because it's accepted now and it's on everybody's menu, if you will, we can't necessarily be so sensitive to it.
Yeah.
And the lingo has lost its value because it's no reason for us to be so secretive. See, the gay lifestyle is all based upon secrets. It's not based upon being loud and out, which is why gays wanted to be able to voice their opinion and be loud and out. Which is why I never accept anybody who has shame in being with with you. So people who fuck with dudes and just like, oh, he's DL and he don't want his family to know, or just, you know, he just not there. Fuck that. You worthy of being owned. There's no reason why you should be shameful of me. If I'm good enough to give you this love and it's good enough for you to accept it, and I'm good enough to please you and you good enough to get pleased, then you good enough to prance around here and let these bitches know that I'm with you. Point blank and period.
I really, honestly, today, this was a really good session, and I think we need more like this. I think we need more conversation between straight men and gay men because we're ignorant. We don't know, and what you just told me today was a lot. But it's helpful because I can see you at a different. It was unknown world for me. So you telling me just that little bit you told me, I know it's more to it, but I think that just opens my mind and be like, oh, okay. Well, when you and Sean were talking about it's different, and we was like, it can't be that different.
Yeah.
So this breaks it down and be like, damn, it is different. So I appreciate that, and I really think I learned
Here's
a lot.
a question. So, what would you say to somebody who came to you and said that they just found out their brother was gay? Like, if you had to give somebody advice with that and they didn't know how to handle it, what would you say?
It's your brother, embrace it.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing against it. I remember, Granddaddy actually said that. He was like, I never had a problem. He was like, and he came out, he said, he says, that's your brother. He said, so you should always love him. Because I didn't have a problem, but he was just saying that I'm always love him.
Back to that, I never got to answer that one question that you asked about. Like, when I hear about other people, their story and how they can't be themselves or family accept them, I'm very vocal. When people come to me and tell me their sob story, wait, bruh. I'm only unique. I can't relate to it because I didn't go through that. My family.
You had more of a privileged gay lifestyle.
I don't know what it's like to get kicked out for being gay. I don't know what it's like to your mama, just disowning you completely.
Well, you did get kicked out.
I was about to say
you did get your ass beat.
That was some goddamn.
I know it was some other stuff. I just being silly.
And even my situation.
Daddy never. It never was because of that. It was because of y'all two just getting into it, but it was never because of that.
No,
Daddy
look at Pat-Man. Yeah, no,
real talk. He never had a problem.
Let me say something though. I did go through it. Like they did.
Now
I get it.
Hold on. There was this one time.
What happened?
I was going out to eat at Provino's, and Rashad tried to walk out the house with some goddamn capris on. And my daddy said,
No.
They were capri pants.
We're gonna talk about this. All right, we talking about
Capris like to his calves. To his calves. About right there. About right there.
But like, wait,
they were black. And they were about up to here, and he had on some shirt. It was fashionable.
I was just ahead of the fashion.
No, they were just black. They was just some black pants. They were like black pants.
I was just ahead of the fashion.
Yeah.
I was
it was capris. They were capris.
I was trendsetting.
And they were like girl capris. And so my daddy said, look, son, you can do that shit when you're not with us, but when you're with us, you can dress like a man. So he did do that.
Looking back, hindsight though, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't that bad.
But I'll say this though,
he wasn't embarrassed. I think he was just like, we was going to a birthday. I think it was for Mama's birthday or something like that. So he was like dressed appropriate. That's all. Because
I've always been very much like,
he's always been a fashionista.
Yeah, I'll try some crazy shit and don't give a fuck. Yeah. But I'll say that I did go through a rough patch, and I think that it's necessary. I think it's necessary. So parents who say they have kids who recently come out, I do think you need to really, it's your job to make sure they understand what they're going up against. Yeah. Like this is a decision.
And our parents didn't know. Our parents didn't know what to do. My mama, he'll tell you when he tell a story, but my mama didn't know what the fuck to do.
But I don't think people understood, like, it's not like it is now. There was no resources. Like, I had to, for one, I was raised in the suburbs.
Shit, gay
away
from the fucking
city. Yeah, it was.
But it wasn't a big thing as it is now.
No, it was very, like, small. Yeah. And then we hit big, and now Atlanta Pride is where it's at. But, I had to figure this all out on my own. Like, I was, like, this was, like, and I think, people always say, like, do you ever, hate being gay? No. Gay gave me a theme in life. Like, at a young age, I was put on an adventure. I understood that this world was like a jungle, and I was running through that bitch like the little boy in the Jungle Book. And it was my job to watch out for snakes, and it was my job to figure out, what came with it. And it was fun because it was something that I had to learn on my own that I knew I couldn't go to mom and dad for. Put it this way, I feel like my happiness that I get from being who I am outweighs everything that came with it. At this point, I probably will end up with the man because I done went through so much bullshit, and it's just, I'm a stubborn ass individual, and I'm gonna let you hoes know that at 6 years old or whenever 18, when I really came out, I knew what the fuck I was, and I knew what I was
19 or 20.
I was about 18, about to turn 19.
He was in college.
You gotta remember, my birthday, it was in the summertime. My birthday's in January, so I had to be like about 18.
19.
18 or 19.
I'm gonna say he was probably 19.
Okay, we'll go with 19.
But that's to say, like I said earlier, man, I think this is a good conversation to have. And y'all stay here, get y'all soul esteem. This is a great conversation. I'm happy we've had it. Me and Rashad have never been able to have this conversation, but I'm really intrigued by that.
And I hope that this helped out people that are going through anything like this. If you are contemplating, for one, hurting yourself because you're contemplating this sexuality thing, I'm gonna let you know that there's always an easy way out. And a lot of times once you get the thing going, as far as communicating and telling people how you feel or things that you're going through, that's when you'll start getting relief. And as soon as you can come to terms with who you are, it'll be easier for you. So have those conversations with your loved ones so that you can start the process of being able to, set yourself free, if you will. But with that being said, I want to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for coming to get your soul esteem with me. Thanks for checking out your soul esteem plug, if you will. Please check us out on YouTube. That's Soul Esteem with a 0.
Sessions podcast on YouTube, on everything, okay? And you got him as IX Rashad, the Real Black Lion on Instagram. Check us out, follow. We got a bunch of content we're gonna keep putting out. We're gonna keep trying. So thank you for your support.